Obviously I thought our courage and resiliency was tremendous. Brian got hurt, was out starting the second half. And then I thought the bench, and we started Mike Dawson, who was terrific. He was great. Bondago was great. Clark's minutes were impactful. And then Mike Wynn played for the first time in a while, and his minutes were impactful. I thought the bench's play was a huge key to the win and gives us confidence, certainly, and those guys confidence that we can maybe even be a little bit deeper moving forward. They added a lot of value tonight. I thought that was the story. Obviously Freeman gets another double-double. I thought that we did a good job of getting the ball inside both to him and Ali and Mike Wynn and Aziz in the first half. And we're able to convert some two-point field goals tonight, which was great. I thought early on in the game, to start the game, we had 6 of our turnovers in the first half. 4 of them were in the first few minutes. I thought we were soft with the ball. They took our ball, but then we settled down a little bit after that and thought we played really well in the second half in particular, both ends of the floor.
You look at your defense. Your defense was fantastic. They scored 14 points first 6 minutes, 13 the rest of the half. I think they had, what did they have, 5 offensive rebounds? 7 second chance points. I mean, defense tonight was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. It really was, especially the second half. I thought our talk was good. I thought we were really connected. Thought we had great energy. Thought guys were playing for each other. Had a really good spirit about us in the second half.
And how big is defense in limiting shots? And, I think they shot, what did they shoot, 36%, 37%? In games like this where they're not going to be the prettiest things.
Yeah, for sure, right? It was a weird stat sheet at halftime. One of the very, odd ones that I've seen. One of the most odd ones I've seen this year, for sure. We're shooting just under 50% at the half, 33 from 3. Had more free throw attempts, more rebounds, and the turnovers were 6 us and 5 them, about even. And they're shooting 36%, 20-some%. And if you didn't look at the score at the bottom, you'd think, Akron's probably up 10 plus. It was a 3-point game. And so it was just a really odd stat sheet. I thought, man, I feel like we played better than that. Now, we came up empty a few times at the free throw line, and then obviously let them score at the end of the half there because we were up 30-24 with a good shot to go up 8, which would have put us up 3 possessions, and we didn't get it done, and then they score there towards the end, and now all of a sudden it's a 3-point game at halftime. I thought it was a really odd first half stat sheet in the way that the game was played. Then the second half, I thought we really played better, played well at both ends.
Enrique, third double-double in a row, 11th on the season. And if you look, he scored 11 points, had 27 rebounds. He had 30 points and 12 boards. They're like 15, 14, 17, 16, stuff like that.
Yeah.
How solid is this kid? How big a key is he to your guys' success?
Well, he's big. Obviously, if you look at the minutes he was in the game last Friday night at Toledo, okay, I think we were plus. When he was out for the 16 minutes he wasn't on the floor, we were minus. So that kind of tells the story. He got in some foul trouble, and we weren't quite able to play him as many minutes as we would have liked. Part of it is he's got to do a better job of understanding what all that means, and we've had this week off, obviously, in between games. We were able to show film. He's such an unbelievable learner, coachable. We always say in coaching, it's great to be around those guys that have as many questions or more as they have answers, and he's one of those guys constantly asking questions, wants to improve. How do I get better? What could I do better last night? He's special. And really it starts with his character. Give his family, in particular his mom. I just saw his mom before I walked in here. A lot of credit.
Looking at, obviously, it's still way early, but you kind of had to win this one to stay in that MAC race. How big was tonight? How big is Sunday going to be? Just to stay.
Shoot, I think they're all big right now, right? If you want to have a chance, I think that, some people would probably dodge that question or whatever. Like, if you want to have a chance, they're all important right now because you're right. Because, I don't have the results from tonight. I think there might have been one game, another game. Maybe it's a late night game. There's a few more tomorrow. Can't really control those. But what I do know, mathematically, you're absolutely right. You want to stay in the race, you got to take it one game at a time and try to win one game at a time and give yourself a chance. you don't want to bury yourself too much, right? So I think it's a great point. So we're hanging around, and we got plenty more games left. Shoot, we've played 10 now. We got 10 more. We're at the halfway point. So there's a lot of opportunities out there.
I know you're a big film guy, and with less than 48 hours before you play this team again, what are those things that you feel like you're going to pick out of film, get ready?
Well, we'll watch tonight's film, obviously, and we'll do that tonight, and then we'll try to pull out what we need to show the guys tomorrow in terms of improvement areas, things we did well. But I anticipate both teams making some changes between now and Sunday. This is fun, right? It's almost like the NBA playoffs, what worked tonight, man, I told the guys the story, when I was at NC State, we played Wake Forest, last regular season game of the year. They blasted us by over 30 points. And I remember putting the score in guys' cars and training room and locker room and their apartment doors and dorm room doors, and because we were playing them again 3 days later. And 3 days later, in 72 hours, we won the game. And I can't remember the exact score of the game, but the whole talk was, how can there be a 40 to 50 point turnaround in 72 hours? And the reason it can happen is because every game's different. You got to play the game that's in front of you. I feel bad for the people that are the prognosticators and the predictors. They have a tough job. Good luck on that one, because you're dealing with 18 to 22-year-old kids, and they're playing, that night, who plays well that night, who makes shots that night, who takes care of the ball that night. What we did tonight, other than maybe some film and some strategy that we'll employ and they'll employ, has nothing to do with who's going to win the game on Sunday at 4 o'clock. You got to play again. You don't get any extra points because you won on Friday for Sunday's game. So I think sometimes, you have to understand that. Usually veteran teams are a little bit better at that. We do have a few guys that have done a lot of winning over the last 3 years. And, hopefully between the staff and them, we can get that point across and be ready to go on Sunday, because my gut is it'll be a lot harder on Sunday. I thought they really came out and played with a lot of energy and toughness early, and as you said, had 14 points to start the game pretty quickly, popped us in the mouth. And so we've got to anticipate them being ready to go, and we got to make sure we're ready to go on Sunday.
And then last question I've got, too, we won't talk to you until after Kent. So this grind that's getting ready to come up, NBA style, like season almost every other day, having a game, just kind of your outlook over the next couple.
Yeah, I thought we tried to attack it the first time we had 4-8, 5-11. Did a little bit less physically, more emotionally, more mentally, working their minds, scouting, breaking a sweat, that's important, lifting, taking care of our bodies, prioritizing recovery. And I thought we did less. We did do less than normal then. And now I look back on it, I'm like, I wish I'd have done even less physically, because I thought in particular – in the fourth game in 8 days, I believe, was the Eastern Michigan home game. And Eastern played great. I don't want to take anything away from them, but we didn't have a lot of pop that night. And so obviously we made note of that, and we're doing even less physically now than we were the last time we were in this situation. So it is unique for sure. But we can't make any excuses, and kids love to play games anyway, right? Coaches love practice, players love games. So we got to make sure that we're ready to go, and the games are coming. And so we got a lot of opportunities, as I just said earlier, coming up